Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show! I am your host, Andrew Illy, and This is the Ball of Truth, Monday Footy Fits, Episode 1. Thank you very much for joining me, wherever you are around the world. Wherever you are, you silly motherfuckers. Thank you guys again for joining me. We are back here on the Ball of Truth. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Monday Footy Fits. This is my brand new weekly show here at the Ball of Truth. And I always kind of wanted to do a weekly show. I just never had the chance to do it. And I said, screw it. I'm doing it this season. So, of course, I just want it to be separate from my reviews and previews, which obviously I'll still do because that's my bread and butter. But yeah, I'll be here every Monday to speak about all things footy, and we'll go from round to round, and obviously whatever is the talking points of the weekend, I'll be giving you guys my thoughts and opinions on that, and it'll be fun, lots of trolling, and many funny things to come. Guys, the AFL footy season is just days away. Can you believe it? Honestly, I can't wait. I wasn't looking forward to it for so long, man. But this week, once it hit today, and I knew I was dropping this episode, it's got me pumped. And obviously, I watched a bit of footy over the weekend too, and that got me hyped. So, absolutely pumped, man. Carlton's not playing this week, but I don't care. We'll still enjoy opening round. And I thought today, being the debut episode of Monday Footy Fits, I'll give you guys a Carlton season preview for 2025. And also, I'll be giving you guys my season predictions and tips for opening round at the end of today's show. Next Wednesday, I'll most likely do the Carlton Richmond preview. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'll do the preview next Wednesday for that, once we know the squad and the team, and we'll go through that. And guys, if you enjoyed today's show, hit that like button for me, smack that, and you guys can follow me on all social medias here, and that is balloftruth_pod on X, which was formerly known as Twitter. You guys all know that. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok for short clips, and Facebook as well. And of course, our home is YouTube. I'm going live after every single game, as I did last season, guys. So if you want to check out those reviews, you just got to click the live section on my channel. For some weird-ass reason, YouTube does not give you the option under videos. So you got to go live. And all my reviews are live. They're on the fly, footy freestyling, and that's how we enjoy it here on the Ball of Truth. So yeah, guys, just once again, if you like the show, smack that like button, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and yeah, follow me on all social media there. I'm active on Twitter pretty much during every Carlton game. Sometimes when I'm at the game, there's absolutely no reception, so some of my tweets go through literally after the game, and I look like an absolute moron. But yeah, if I'm home watching the game, you guys will you can follow me on there. And yeah, Twitter is just one of the most toxic places on the internet, unfortunately, especially for footy fans. And well, it's X now, but I do love that Elon Musk has allowed this platform for free speech. And if you ain't a fan of free speech, then shut up. I don't care if you're offended by my content, honestly. Cry me a river and get over it. And yeah, there'll be a lot of trolling throughout the season. You've got to have a laugh, guys. Stuff all the seriousness. Seriously, from day one I've been like that. So if you can't handle it, That's seriously what this show is built on. Honesty and truth. And I will never change. Guys, I've been away for a while. And I've been enjoying family time with my wife and my son. And I completely tuned off from the footy world. Honestly, like, I didn't want to have anything to do with it. Especially after our dismal, awful, pathetic elimination final performance. And I'm still struggling to comprehend that we were down 60-0 in that game. So, man, it hurt. It hurt a lot, and it still hurts. And I know I speak for many of you out there. And footy, it takes it out of you mentally and physically as well. It takes a toll being a Carlton supporter, that's for sure. And yeah, I was pretty burnt out, man. I tried to enjoy the finals. It was difficult to watch knowing that we weren't there, Carlton. But there were some thrilling games. And then the grand final was just absolute dog shit. Sydney were a disgrace against the Lions. But good on the Lions for winning that. They smashed them. But yeah, last season and the way it finished, man, it just left me so empty inside, and I needed to take a break. But here we are, new beginnings. Let's get stuck into the Blues, because we have had an action-packed off-season, pre-season, whatever you want to call it. If you've been away and not up to date with the latest news, don't worry. I've got you covered right here on this first episode of Monday Footy Fits, and I have all you need to know. Let's start with the changes to our squad, the ins and outs. I'll bring it up for you guys now, and we'll go through it. Here we are. We got Ben Camporelli and Lucas Camporelli under the father-son rule. Obviously, Scott Camporelli, a legend at Carlton. I'm so pumped, and I was watching the draft when these boys got picked, and I was super, super happy for those boys. Very exciting. They're both guns. People say Ben's better than Lucas, but I've been impressed with Lucas after what I've seen as well. Ben's injured at the moment. We got Harry Charlison in the rookie draft. Matt Duffy, Category B rookie. Francis Evans comes in very late under the SSP, which is devastating, which I'll get into in a sec. Nick Haynes was a free agent from Giants, which I'm absolutely wrapped at. Great defender. Harry O'Farrell, number 40 in the pick in the draft, and our boy. Here we go. We'll just get into the bloody injuries. Actually, you know what? Let's go. Let's start with the outs. There's just so much that happened after the season with these picks, man. But we'll start with the outs. If we bring this back up, we'll start with the outs. Dominic Akuai, he's delisted. Jack Carroll got delisted, which, you know what, he just never got to that next level. David Cunningham, gutted at him. He was injury prone. Sam Durden, another one injury prone. There you go. There's Matt Kennedy on the screen. Got traded to Bulldogs, and if you guys remember the treatment of him in the finals and kind of all year playing him out of position. Look, I'm happy he's got a new home, but I'm devastated that we're going to miss him because he's been at the club for a while and he's just versatile, man. He could play any role, but look, it's fair enough. He didn't have, for Vossi and the other coaches, he didn't have that one specific role that they wanted him in, so why not? Why not trade him? It's devastating, it is, and I love him, and good luck to him. I hope he kills it at Bulldogs, not against Blues, but I hope he does well because I really like Matt Kennedy. The other one, Marchbank, very sad, injury prone again. Same as Jack Martin, who's an absolute gun, injury prone. And Matt Owies was the last one to get traded to Eagles. And Alex Murkov got delisted as well. But they're basically getting rid of a lot of injury prone players. And it's sad because they have all the talent in the world. They've got all the potential. But they just couldn't do it, man. And we can't have too many of those type of players on our list. The Owies one, guys, I don't know if you remember this, but I said it back when, I think it was before the Brisbane game, when Matt Owies got suspended. I said, it's very, very strange that we didn't look to overturn that one and take it to the tribunal because he had a very, very strong case. And I called it back then and I said, we're getting rid of him. And lo and behold, Owies, who I loved Matty Owies, he's gone to the Eagles. So we didn't really want to offer him a contract. And that's, it's very sad, and he's a good player and I loved his passion. But you know what? We move on. Someone else will fill the void. And we'll just continue to punch on there. Seriously, the ins, like I was saying, there's 2 that we got in the supplementary draft because we had 2 injuries. You have to be eligible for that, and we copped 2 major injuries and devastating injuries. The first one that went down was Nick Newman, man. Oh my God, this made me sick. Absolutely made me sick. Every season, man, we're bloody cursed. And Nick Newman copped it. Unreal. Seriously, someone get a damn priest down there at Icon Park and bless and pray for these players. Get an exorcist down there. Something. Anything. Because every year, man, we just cop it. And they're season-ending injuries as well, man. It's not like a little niggle here and there. It's horrifying. It's terrible, honestly. Let's go to the injuries while we're at it. So Nick Newman, unbelievable, man. I think he fractured his patella. I think that was the injury. There we go, in the middle of the screen there. Alex Chincotta's still suffering from that hip, so he'll be back mid-season. Charlie Curnow had to get one of the bolts removed from his knee, that knee injury that he had, delaying his start to the season. The Bluebaggers are confident that Sam Walsh, will feature in at least one practice match, which didn't happen, but hopefully he's okay for round 1. But, Newman's season was over before it begun, and it's just devastating, man. And then the other one is Jagger Smith. We did everything to get this guy, pick 3 in the draft, playing against Saints, something that looks so innocent, that reminded me of Sam Doherty, and he's done his ACL. He's out for the year. Devastating for the... I think he's 18 or 19 years old, man. Shocking. Seriously, we're absolutely cursed on the injuries. And then Pitternet went down. If we go back to the list, Pitternet, done his calf. He's out for 3 to 4 weeks, I believe. Charlie Curnow hopefully will be back round 2 or 3. I really, really doubt he'll be up for round 1, and I probably wouldn't even risk him, honestly. And, when Jagger Smith tore his ACL in that match simulation or preseason game, I mean, it looked like nothing, man. And just for the news to come out, especially after Nick Newman, my God, I felt at the bottom of the ocean, honestly. What do you do? We're going to have to move on, and that's why those boys came in, Francis Evans, Frank the Tank, and where are we? And the other one was Will White. So good opportunity him. He's a Carlton boy. He's barracked for Carlton all his life, and he's been playing VFL, I believe. So that's a great story. Those 2 boys, Francis Evans as well, who played, I believe he played 17 games for Port Adelaide last year, so why not? They delisted him. We'll pick him up. There you go, a bit of experience. But yeah, man, just... Can the injuries just go away? Please. And touch wood. I'm touching wood right now. There's going to be more in the season. That's just what happens. So, but to get him pre-season, it really freaking hurts. And I wish Nick Newman a speedy recovery, Jagger Smith as well, and the other boys who will come back this season, get fit and ready and healthy. Because if we cop what we copped last year and the year before, it's just, we've got no chance, man. Seriously. But yeah, that's all on the ins and outs and the injury front. Those boys that have left, like the Owies and all that, I love those boys. I've got nothing bad to say about them. But in footy life, you just got to move on. We had one other change, but it was a presidential change, and I'm sure you all saw the dick pics and leaked photos and hacking social medias and all this scandal and crap. And that was a topic of pre-season, which led to Luke Sayers stepping down as president, and who knows what to believe, man. I don't even care at this point, and it's irrelevant because I don't think it's going to impact the footy, and I hope it doesn't, so let's just move on. And the new CEO is Robert Priestley, So hopefully he does a good job. But yeah, it was all happening, man. Our preseason was just full of news and just drama, as it always is, honestly. But yeah, those speedy recovery for those boys who were injured. And Jagger, take your time, mate. Get well. Nick Newman, there's like the slightest chance he could pull a Sam Doherty and come if we make finals later in the year. Notice that I said if, because I'm not too confident, but we'll get into it. And yeah, we'll see what happens with him. But really disappointing, especially because he's a left footer as well, and we lack left footers. And he's just very hard to replace. But I'm assuming Sam Doherty might go back now. Who knows? Let's see what happens round 1. Someone asked me the other day who I'm expecting a big year for in 2025. And one of the first things that I automatically thought of, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys would think as well, is Adam Chera. And he had a very disappointing 2024. Just looked like a shell of his former self. But he's looking very, very strong and fresh. He did some work overseas to get his body right. And my only one fear with him is if he cops that one injury during the season and all that hard work will be for nothing. Because I don't trust his body to recover. Let's hope he's changed that by going overseas and doing all that extra work, which is fantastic because he's looking great. He's looking shredded and strong and powerful. And I really, really, touch wood, I hope he can stay healthy for 2025 because he is massive. If he gets going, because 2 years ago he was fantastic. He was. And that was I think it was his first season at the Blues. Unreal, man. Let's hope he can get back to that and just take it one step at a time and get better and better as the season goes on. The other one that came to mind was Tom De Koning, TDK, out of contract at the end of the season. I really hope we offer him something, and I'm sure we will, because he's one of the best rucks in the competition. Expecting big things from him, and I want his game to go to another level as well. I watched a couple of preseason games against Saints and GWS, and both those boys, Adam Chera and TDK, were looking really good, and it was awesome to see. And it was also refreshing to see the likes of Fogarty and Cottrell back in the side, because they missed a lot of last year. Not to mention Jack Silvani, J-Sauce, who is now playing as a defender. Big positional change for him, and apparently he requested it, which is amazing. Good on him. I love that. I fucking love it. And I think Sauce will be fantastic, man. Before he got injured, not last year, the year before, he was banging in goals and he was dominating the forward line, helping out the boys there. I loved his efforts. His second efforts are great. His passion, he plays for the badge and with heart. And I love J-Sauce, and I'm so happy that he's back. And it also gives the opportunity and allows Kemp to go forward if he wants to be that third tall. We saw it in pre-season as well, and he had some success there at the end of last season. He had that really good game against Eagles, which was a must-win. And he showed promise against the Giants again on Saturday. He was fantastic in that pre-season game. And they can alternate if it doesn't work, which is tremendous for us. Jesse Motlop was the other one. He's shown some good pre-season form. I really want a big year from Jesse, because I thought last season he was very disappointing, man. And I was putting it out there on my podcast and my show that I was very, very disappointed in him. I know he's got way more talent in the bank. Look, he had a few injuries that led up to the season as well, so hopefully he's fit and firing. And he looks really good, man. Sharp, kicking goals, and doing those things that he was 2 seasons ago. So, very promising signs there. And versatile players like your Kemps and your Jack Silvanis will be so important, especially with injuries like we said. And we've been cursed with that. So, look, hopefully these positional changes are a massive thing for us going forward in the season, because it does get bloody tight. And I think we have an absolute gem in the making. And I believe he will be our dark horse for MVP this season. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Lockie Cowan. And I think he will be pivotal for us this season. He improved so much as the season went on last year. And a real standout. And I love his energy, his strength, his determination to win his one-on-one battles. And he's just such a good fit. And he became so reliable in the backline, man. I loved it. And he's looking good preseason too. He's just going to get better and better as the season goes on, hopefully. And like I said, very reliable back there and building a good chemistry with the other boys like Weeders and stuff like that and Gov. Very good to see. One thing I would love to see different this year is a bit of an attitude adjustment. And when I say that, I want Carlton to be the bad guys. I want to be hated. I know a lot of teams hate us, but there's not really much reason they hate us other than just being Carlton and our reputation. I want us to embrace the hate and become absolute scumbags. I know that might sound weird, but good guys finish last. It's all about being the bad guy. I want to lie, I want to cheat, I want to steal, be ruthless and savage, man. I want to be hated. I want to dominate. And I think if we are ruthless in that and savage and kill off opponents and become clinical, that will go a long way. Because I don't think we've had that in us previously. We'll get more into that. Fixture. The fixture for the first 4 games this season. Obviously, we're not playing opening round. And gather round is round 5. So we've got Richmond at the MCG next Thursday night. And I'll drop the preview on Wednesday and going live after the game Thursday for the review. That's round 1. Round 2, we've got Hawks at the MCG Thursday night. That's going to be massive. They embarrassed us last year. Bulldogs, they beat us too. We've got them on a Friday night. And the other Thursday night game in round 4 is Colling Scum, the Collie Wobbles. So, 3 Thursday games and 1 Friday game in the first 4 rounds. Amazing. So, there are some tough games there. Some really tough games. But I'm going to be honest. Obviously, I want to win all 4 of them. No doubt. But I think, realistically, we might come out of that winning only 2 games. Maybe 3. But the first one, we need to beat the Hawks, who they embarrassed us last season. They just caught us at a really bad time. We need revenge on them. Collingwood's a massive one. Talk about revenge. Oh my God. The Nick Dacos last minute goal that they scored in that comeback. We were up by 36 in the second quarter, I believe, in that game. Should have won that. Should have won the second one. Gov, after the siren, had the chance to win it, sprayed it. And they beat us twice last year, man, in ridiculous fashion, both games. So I really, really hope we can forget about that and focus on these ones and just beat them this year. But I don't know, man. I don't see it happening. I'll give you guys my season predictions now, right now. And we'll start off with us, obviously the Blues. And like I said, man, I'm sorry. And unfortunately, I just don't believe we can win the premiership. I thought it last year, and I saw it with my own eyes that we were the best team in the competition at one point. But you don't win in June or July, man. You just don't win a season then. And injuries happen and blah, blah, blah. We know what happened. And I want to believe that we can win it, man. I really do, but I just cannot see it happening this year. It's a 30-year anniversary for the Blues since we last won the premiership, 95. It would be unbelievable. It would be so poetic if we were to do it. But I feel like there's something missing, man, in our in-game match tactics especially. We don't have a great plan B. You know, when we're losing and teams get on a roll, massive momentum, I feel like we take way too long to adjust and we don't make changes quick enough. And when we fight back, it's too late. And the changes that we make to counteract them are too late. And I fear Voss this year, honestly, he might be shown the door if we don't perform. Honestly, it's scary. It's a very scary season, this one. I can't see us winning it. And I go back and I'm thinking of, the elimination final when we were down 60-0. I know there was a lot that went into that game where we had like 7 changes and players that hadn't played in so long. But man, the mentality to allow that to happen, man, there's something wrong there. I don't know. That's just the way I feel, man. Last year, trust me, man, I was all aboard. I'm like, fuck this, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. And I thought it even more in that Giants game away. And we're up by like 40, 50 points, smashing them, dominating, and then the foot came off the gas, and that changed our whole season. Injuries happened, and then it was a bad loss, that one, man. Never forget that one. But I think, and I believe we will just scrape through and make finals. That's a big stretch, because last year, we nearly missed out, man. And again, I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like we just lack that killer instinct and ruthlessness. And if we do what I said and embrace the hate and become a little bit scummy and just bully teams, man. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Fuck that. Let's kill him. If we can change that attitude and be clinical and kill teams off, I will change my view on this. Let's see how we go round one. And we'll take it week by week. But yes, overall, I have us finishing... Did I say 7th? You know what? What did I say? 7th or 6th? Now, 6th would be a home game. I'm going to go 7th. I don't think we'll get a home game. I'm going to go 7th. I believe... Let's talk about some other teams here. But I believe... It's not a popular decision to think this. Not a popular opinion, but I think Collingwood will finish on top of the ladder and they will go on to win it all. I think they recruited very well in the off-season and they'll bounce back from their last season not making finals. And I think Nick Dacos will go to another level and he'll win a Brownlow this year. And I've got them finishing first. I'll go to my ladder here. Here we go. This is my season prediction ladder for 2025. I've got Collingwood finishing first. The top 4 is Pies, Lions, Giants, Hawks. I think they're just going to continue on. They've got a young, ferocious team, and I think they're going to crack into the top 4, man. I just can't see any other team pushing as much as they did. Look, they'll get injuries as well, so we'll see what happens there. I think Sydney, who finished first last year, I think they will scrape in at 5th to get a home final. Geelong, I think they're always pretty good, Geelong, so they'll end up 6th. I've got us finishing 7th, like I said. Port Adelaide, I think, will just scrape in at 8th. But the 8th spot between us, Port Adelaide, Freo, Bulldogs, Melbourne, Suns. Like, it's up for grabs. I don't know. I can't see Adelaide, Essendon, Saints, North really doing much. I've got them 13, 14, 15, 16, or whatever. And I've got Eagles and Tigers down the bottom there. I can't really see much happening from them. Look, I hope it's an even season and we don't get teams that absolutely get belted every week. But you just never know. Like, I just can't see much changing from last year in terms of surprise teams that are coming through. Maybe Suns might surprise everyone. Melbourne just got Petrarca back. Who knows? Who knows, man? But we'll see. I could be so way off with all that, and I think I was last year as well. But I've got to go back and check what I did last year. But yeah, I was pretty way off. I think I had Pies to win it last year, so this year I've got him again. I hope I'm wrong. Go Bluebaggers, fuck them all. But anyway, let's go to my opening round tips. The first game is on Thursday, literally 3 days away, and it's Brisbane and Geelong at the Gabba. I'm going to go Brisbane with this one. Just at home, I think they'll win. It wouldn't surprise me if Geelong come out firing. You just don't know with opening round. Look what happened to Brisbane last year when we beat them. They were up by like 46 points. And we came up with an amazing comeback. Sydney at home to the Hawks on Friday night. It's going to be a banger of a game. And I'm going to go with Hawks for an upset, man. I don't know. I'm just going to do it. Sydney... Look, it is at the SCG, so they're probably the favourite. They're going to be a heavy favourite, but I just think Hawks will do it. Suns at home to the Bombers. I think the Suns will win. Bombers usually start well and then they drift off. But yeah, Suns, they've never made finals. It'd be awesome to see if they did. Not at the expense of the Blues, but I hope they do. And yeah, I'm going to go Suns at home because they were pretty good at home for most of last year. Giants versus the Pies. on Sunday, I believe it is, and I'm going to go with the Pies. I think Pies will win that and get off to a flyer. And yeah, that's pretty much it from me, guys. What have I been going, half an hour? This is Monday Footy Fits. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already. And smack that like button for me. Follow me on all social medias, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. Every Monday we're going to be doing this weekly. And I'll keep dropping my preview and reviews live. The next episode will be probably next Wednesday. No, sorry, Monday for Monday Footy Fits. And Wednesday for the preview against Richmond, the Carlton preview, round 1. I won't be going to the game. I'll be watching at home. But I will be going live after that. So stay tuned, guys. There's all the social medias, guys. Links are in the description. You know the drill. I love you all. I'm happy to be back. And enjoy the show, guys. Plenty of content to come. Hey, I love you all. We'll see you next Monday. And we'll cover the results from opening round. And we'll see if there's any shocks and surprises this week. And, guys, enjoy the footy. It's back. See you all next week. Adios. Goodbye. And remember, subscribe, man.